Hey there, Tony here. I know you got a lot going on today, so I want to get right to this. And right off the bat, I want to ask you to throw away your day timer. Does anybody even have one of those anymore? And then toss out your to-do list and your notes to self and your calendar apps and your reminders and all that, because everything has already been painstakingly planned out for you. That's right. So, yeah, let me get to this and you'll see what I mean. You just need to, you get your research hat and your glasses on and discover the details of that plan. That's what you got to do. You have to do that. Oh, what's he talking about? What's he talking about? And then you got to figure out how they apply to you, all of those details of that plan. Plan? What plan? What's he talking about? But there's a snag in that approach to life. And what I'm talking about is how God plans everything. It's all part of God's plan. There's a snag to that. God does not lie. I mean, you know that, right? Yeah, God does not lie. But do you and I? Yeah, I'd be a big 10-4 there, good buddy. Well, in fact, if you haven't already lied today, you probably will at some point before the day's over. I mean, admit it. You lie. So do I. So you don't have to feel like the Lone Ranger. And for those of you who were robbed of the opportunity to watch decent TV, he was a Saturday morning TV hero back in the day, at least in my day back then. Anyway, God, like I said, does not lie, and he is not with a capital N, capital O, capital T, the author of confusion. He didn't write up confusion in a plan. So what kind of father would he be if he made all of us lie as we run around the world overflowing with confusion? Here's a clue for you. I want that last question to be rhetorical. Sadly, it's not. For many, 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 many Christians, it's not a rhetorical question. And I'm talking about the Christians who believe and will tell you how everything is part of God's plan. Well, that's just a lie. And I cringe every time I hear a Christian say those things, because it makes God look so bad in the eyes of intelligent unbelievers. It just does. And if you're one of those, stop and think about it, how it would. An intelligent, stumbling over this, I don't even sound very intelligent doing that. Anyway, an intelligent unbeliever is someone who ponders things, thinks about things. And there are plenty of people who hate God who are brilliant. They're intelligent people. So they consider, they think about things. And when they hear Christians say that everything that's going on is part of God's plan, yeah, he looks bad to them because they see all this bad stuff going on, even though by their own worldview, how could they judge anything to be bad? But that's a different thing. Anyway, I want to get back to how God doesn't plan your day, okay? Or the days of all the other 8 billion people on the planet. He did something much, much better and more complex, much more brilliant than all that. Why? Because he loves us. And he's willing to take risks because he knows what true love is. He knows what that is. Want to know what he did? Well, good, because I'm going to tell you. God designed something you can use to plan your own day. And he gave it to you and to everybody who's ever lived when you were conceived. Yeah, and you've been using it every day of your life. You're using it right now. Plus, you don't have to ask his permission to use it. Of course, you should always consult with him and ask him for his help, but you can make decisions based on your own choices. And then you can reap the rewards or deal with the consequences based on what you chose. God didn't wreck your car. He didn't burn down your house or make your kids steal or crash that plane or make anybody shoot anybody else. God did not do those things, any of those things, ever. He didn't send Hurricane Ian as a punishment for anybody or any other hurricane for that matter. And he absolutely did not give us an imbecile president to teach us some sort of political lesson. He didn't do that. God would never put Joe Biden into the office of president. He wouldn't. And I don't believe he would have put much of anybody who's been president in my lifetime into office. I don't think he would have put any of them in. I don't know. Anyway, that's another thing too. God isn't arbitrary and he's not inconsistent. He isn't fickle. He doesn't play games with your emotions or your family or your life. God does not have a plan for your day, but he'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you as you plan your own day, because he has the big picture view of this world. He told us that. And God does not lie. And that means he allows you to live your life with the freedom to love him or not love him. You have that freedom, the freedom to choose him or not. Well, here's what I suggest. As you begin to plan each day, from now on, put time with your Creator at the top of your to-do list. And if you don't call him your Creator, get to know why anyone would. And how wonderful it is to have a Creator rather than to think we all came from some primordial goo, okay? And then choose him and his ways starting today, if you've never done that. Or if you have, let him be the guiding force in your life. Most importantly, choose to love God. There's not a better relationship in existence, and you have nothing to lose but nothingness. And that's really something. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Another serious one, more serious than usual, or typical, or I don't know, maybe it's right in there. I don't know. Thank you so much. This is the Rhyme and Reason podcast brought to you by TonyFunderburk.com, of which I happen to have that name where he got it. And as always, remember, life has rhyme and reason because God made you. It's a rhyme and